Hi everybody, today we are doing some cooking for an evening meal. Today we are making pork chop potato casserole, and this is one of my family's favorite meals. It's always a go-to. It's been birthday meals that people ask for, so maybe it'll be one of your favorites too. So get out all the ingredients that I've listed and let's do it. First thing, you got your pan on the stove. Let me put it down here so you guys can see the stuff and not just me. All right, so here we have a pan. Ooh, maybe a little bit of me. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in there, sprinkle it up, get the juices flowing. I've got my pork chops that I'm gonna put in. Let's turn this on to a medium heat. I've got my pork chops. Today I am only doing 4 because there are 3 of us eating. I always like to do an extra because sometimes Luke likes to eat an extra one. So I have my 4 pork chops in the pan, and pretty soon we will hear that sizzling. I'm gonna wash my hands because I've been handling the pork, and we'll get to the next step. Make sure you always wash your hands between handling anything with meat because you don't want any cross-contamination. So, hands washed. I forgot to get out my Lowry's. So, there's the pork. I'm getting out the Lowry's. All right. I'm gonna season up my pork chops with some Lowry seasoning. I'm just gonna brown the pork chops on both sides. They don't have to be cooked all the way through. Now, while that is getting browned up, we're going to make some cheesy potatoes that are going to go underneath the pork chops. So, first off, get some potatoes, just the frozen kind. My family likes the shredded ones, but I've also used in the past the cubes, so either kind will be good. So you're gonna open your bag of potatoes. I'm only doing half. If I was doing a 9x13 pan, I would do all of these potatoes, but since it's just 3 of us, I'm only doing about half of the potatoes because I don't want tons and tons and tons. Then I'm gonna take some sour cream, and we're gonna put some sour cream in there. I will give you proper measures, like half a cup of sour cream for half of the potatoes. I'm going to use cream of celery. You can also use cream of chicken, but cream of celery works really good. I'm only gonna do half of the can of cream of celery. Since I'm just doing half potatoes, normally it would be a whole can. You save the other half for mixing with something else that you might be creating later. You're gonna use crispy fried onions. It doesn't matter what brand you get. So put about half of your container. You always want to save a little to top off your dish later. That's what my family likes the best. I like the crunchy bits that I put on top right towards the end. And of course, you gotta get things cheesy with your shredded cheddar. You know what, I'm gonna say about a cup, because I like mine really cheesy. So about a cup of shredded cheddar. And then you just need a dash of salt and pepper. You know, salt and pepper it up a little bit to whatever your seasoning desires are. And we've got our salt, we've got our pepper. Let me get a good wooden spoon to stir all of this up in this bowl. And then our cheesy potatoes will be ready. So let me get that all mixed around. Be careful with the cheese so it doesn't get all over the place when you're stirring, of course. So this is a good dish to make for any night. It's pretty quick, you can throw it together. And then it cooks for 45 minutes. And you take it out and you put more cheese and onions, the fried onions on the top. And you cook it for another 10 minutes or so. So you just have to brown the pork chops because they're going to be cooking that whole time in the oven. Oh, set your oven to 350. Gotta get that rolling. So this is a recipe that I got from Taste of Home. And I've altered it slightly, but the main one is in Taste of Home. And I will put a link to it on my YouTube page and have everything there for you guys. All right. My potato mixture is mixed up pretty well. Since I'm not doing full on, I'm doing like a small pan. Put your potatoes in this pan. You didn't even have to grease the pan or anything. It can go right in and it will cook nicely and come right out. It won't be sticky, I promise you. Things are looking good. Get all the potatoes put in there. And you can hear the pork chops sizzling away. I will come back when my pork chops are done. It'll take a few minutes to brown them up, and then I will show you. We'll put them on top of these gorgeous potatoes. So, be back in a few. Okay, my pork chops are done, and you can hear them still frying, so they're browned up. I browned each side of them. It took, 3 or 4 minutes on the side just to brown them up and put your Lowry seasoning salt on. And now I am going to put them on top of these delicious cheesy potatoes that we had mixed up earlier. So just take a fork and lay them on top of your potatoes. There we go. Easy. This meal, easy, but it is so, so delicious. And all right, I've got my cheesy potatoes. I've placed my pork chops on top of them. I'm going to cover them with some aluminum foil. My oven is preheated at 350, and now I'm gonna put these in my oven for 45 minutes. Then I will take them out, spread some cheese and my crispy fried onions on top, and then put them back in for another 10-15 minutes. Oh, bless you, tootsies. Bless you. Okay, put them in the oven, 45 minutes, go relax. Figure out what else you're gonna have with these. You probably want a vegetable or something with them. And I will see you in 45. Okay, it has been 45 minutes, so here we are. I have taken out, right here it is, this nice hot thing. Take off your aluminum foil and you'll see the delicious cheesiness. My kitchen smells divine. Look at it there. Okay, so now what you need to do is to sprinkle more cheese on the top to make it so fabulous. So I'm not going to tell you how much to put on. It's totally up to you. So I am just, my family are cheesemongers. So I am very liberally putting it on top of each of the pork chops and more over the top of the potatoes. So really cheesy potatoes. Here we are. Okay, and then the next thing we do is we put these in here. Oh, there's a piece that I don't want. Another piece I don't want. All right, now I am going to sprinkle this on top. And then when it cooks, it gets even crunchier. So you're gonna sprinkle your fried onions, not only on the pork chops, but also you're gonna get some onto the potatoes. So, and then I'm gonna pop this back in the oven for another 15 minutes. Let everything get melty and crispy, and then we'll be ready to eat. So I will show you the finished product in a minute. Okay, so it's out. It's bubbly. The stuff is crunchy. You've got everything on there. So enjoy this. The pork chops are gonna be so nice and tender and juicy. And then you have the crunch from the fried onions, and it's so, so good. So give this a try and your family will love you for it.